Heyo, what's up, Aries? This is Crystal Rosa Comfy Soul. I'm here to do your reading. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. I'm gonna fly with whatever calls me today. So if you want to see any of the decks that I'm using, you can go down to the description box below. And I'm gonna start with Angel Therapy, Doreen Virtue, and we'll see where we end up. I also pulled out, for some unknown reason, the Nicoletta Ciccoli deck, Italian artist, very cool, strange, very Alice in Wonderland dark artwork, kind of neat. We'll see where we go with this. So let's get going. I have music on in the background in case you hear me shout out random lyrics or a song. And we'll see what's going on. What's going on? That's coming from my head. I'll tell you the difference between what's coming up. Wow. Okay, you've definitely got some stuff going on already. Chingao. All right, so let's look at this. There is something that you might have going on with a parent, one or two, or a parent-like figure. This is overcoming an ancestral wound that is stemming from one or both of your parents, and is something that you just realized is a contributing factor to your relationship situation. So, how do I describe this? Let me pull some confirmation from the Nicoletta Ciccoli deck. Tell me about parents. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this feels like you know what, honestly, I'm just going to tell you what's popping into my head, because I was going to go off on some other thing, but I'm just going to run with what I'm actually seeing and feeling. This, to me, feels like a big fat ovary releasing an egg. So some of you might have experienced, so bio females, a change in your menstrual cycle as a result of your healing and like what you've learned from parents and what you think about being a parent. Maybe you want to have a child. Maybe you found out someone that you wanted to be with had a child. I'm getting a lot of child energy and how it's affecting you and your system and how you're recovering from this, if that makes sense. Let me get another confirmation. I'm also picking up olives and martinis. Mainly the fact that they seem like a giant olive, but I felt that was significant to say. So if somebody would rather just not think about it anymore and go have a martini, I think this might also be for you. All right, let's get another confirmation. The Four of Cups. But I see you chilling. So this is somebody who's kind of living in their own world. I'm going to go back to this card in a second, but I want you to focus on the fact that this is somebody who is good in their own space and actually protecting their energy, like really hermiting out in their own space. Like, yeah, you can see me. Maybe that glass is see-through for a reason. Like, I'm a total Aries and here I am on YouTube, yet I'm completely hermiting out and not spending time with anybody, because that's what I need to recover. That's what I need to feel balanced and assess where I'm at in situations at this moment. So it's a protective space. And at the same time, there is a need to see what's coming and going, to kind of reassess the situation and look at who you're letting in and who's getting away from you and what ideas are flying around, because I'm noticing those ones up there at the top of your crown chakra. Okay, now that I've said that, I want to continue with the very obvious message that this is involving a twin flame situation. So If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you know that's my jam. That's what I do. That's like God has me doing. Like that's my thing apparently. So, when you are balancing yourself out, it is for the purpose of knowing that this connection is coming through. This is the person that's coming in. And I think that what you needed was a big fat warning that this is coming in, because you have some fear surrounding this. It's like you spent all this time wanting this connection to come together. And at the same time, you've done so much healing and learning about like where you've picked up these habits and why you do the things you do and which parent it came from, that it's almost terrifying to let somebody back into your space in such a close way, right? So you want it the way you want it, but it's not like you're in control or in charge of other people's energy, right? So you have to go with the flow. Yet, while you're going with the flow, be in a position that you can still discern what's good for you and what's not. And so the way that you're going to most take advantage of your discernment is to get to work. Workshops and seminars. If you have not started teaching, start teaching. If you have a message, share it. If you're afraid, get over it. Because honestly, like, first of all, Aries isn't really entirely too much afraid of things, but when it comes down to it and you have to do something, there is a fear that will prevent you from coming forward in the form of like perfectionism or wanting to make sure everything is in place and order and ready. And I will tell you, that's great. It's good to be thorough, but at the too thorough or too what's the word I'm looking for? Too protective of what you're building can be a bit much, because let's face it, what you're going to create and what you're going to put out is not going to be perfect. As much as you would love it to be, there will always be some kink, especially if this is the first time you've ever done anything, right? Like if this is the first time you're starting a school or showing up on Instagram or making reels on TikTok, there's going to be a learning curve. So you just got to get to it, get through it, learn something, take notes, get feedback from people, ask them their opinions on, you know, how they want things. So you're delivering what it is that your audience desires, not just what you think they want. Ask them what they want to see. That way, when you create, you'll be creating something that is what they need, what they actually want to hear and they need help with. Okay. So for you, because you've gone through a lot of healing and you're in this hermit mode, you're being called to your solar plexus energy to make sure that you're completely balanced and that you have your confidence intact. It seems like what you did before kind of had you unwilling to part with your ideas and the things that you have created in your own mind that are ready to share. And it's time to start putting those out. And the thing that is required here is confidence after everything you've gone through with a situation with somebody before that really gave you a hard time in a relationship connection. So it kind of showed you what was missing in you being able to fully realize why you have the experience you've had with the parents that you had, why you chose these parents prior to coming here on the planet. And if you can look at those journeys, those two individuals, and understand how you've grown from that and what you've learned from those people and connections or lack of connections, it will help you so incredibly much with the work that you're doing and the people that you're helping with what you're creating. So you'll have a better understanding of how to be there for people when you're coming through this healing. And this is completely about you taking what you've learned and what you're healing from and sharing it with others and doing something incredible with it. because you're very, very powerful. It's very important that you share what you've learned. That's why you went through these experiences. Otherwise, it was kind of for nothing, right? Um, let me say this. It's more impactful for you to share what you've learned than it is for you just to take it and like hoard it and have it be yours. Notice in this first card, that bird's breaking out. It's coming out anyway. That communication, that idea, that thing that has to be said, it's busting out anyway. So it's really important that you know that this thing that's inside you needs to come out. And how it's going to come to fruition is through the law of attraction. So your vibration is everything right now. This is like everything you need to focus on, okay? I'm going to go back to this Nicoletta Ciccoli. And then I might pull something random from over here that is calling my name. Feeling it. Ooh, I just got chills on my legs. Okay. Well, Queen of Pentacles. This is about you. And I want you to notice the face on this ice cream cone. Take a look at that face as opposed to the face of the girl on the card, right? So this is somebody who's taking care of home. Someone who might have even procrastinated in like throwing things out or rearranging furniture or setting things up. Maybe it wasn't entirely procrastination. It was setting things up to get ready for what it is that you're creating, moving things around and making space for your work, right? But this ice cream is melting. This is somebody who is still afraid that that ice cream is going to like drop or get away or drip. And at the same time, the look on her face says, I'm going to get through this somehow anyway. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to lick the hell out of this thing and get it through it so fast. I'm going to be like, so that not one drop is wasted. My ears are ringing on this. Why are my ears ringing? Hold on. Because you think that you don't know what you're doing or where you're going. But the truth is, you know it so well. You know so much about what you're doing and where you're going that it's actually terrifying to just present it to other people for the fear that they might not understand you. Now, here's the thing. When you create it, you will automatically attract the people that will understand you. So that's not the issue. The issue is letting go of what happened to you in the past that had you giving a shit about what people thought or how they felt or people pleasing or, trying to find a way to just fit in. And guess what? You're not made to fit in. You're made to be super stellar, crazy weirdo, doing your own damn thing. Like that's what we need you to do. Okay? Bam. 8 of Cups. Yes. So this is about you taking back control and fulfilling things as you wish. If you want to let those birds out, you will let them out in your own damn time. If you want them to come in, you will collect them until you know what to do with them. This is a very different energy. It's open. Notice that you can see through it. It's transparent as opposed to this that was over bloated, full of ideas, didn't know how to let them go. This is like an opposite energy, right? So she also looks a little crazy and that hair is a little nuts. So for people who are dying to get that idea out, let's go to the Life Purpose deck by Doreen Virtue. And let me see what I have for you regarding your idea. Because I really feel that this is how you are attracting your twin flame. Your soulmate is coming together. Like all their pieces are like they're showing me a puzzle piece that's like automatically making itself, right? So this is coming together because you're focused elsewhere, because you're focused on your work, because you're focused on your purpose, because you're focused on helping people heal this same way that you're healing and coming out of things, right? Like highlighting to them what you know. Yeah. So this is your balance. Please make sure you eat right. Please make sure that, and if this is your work to do, you work with nutrition, herbs, oils, a very shamanistic type energy, then start there. But this is definitely telling me to feed your body right and make sure that you are performing optimally, getting rest, getting enough exercise, making sure that your diet is number one so that when you're stressed out about anything, your body can recover. Balance. Very important to balance. You are on the right path with your idea. I'm telling you, this is the right thing. And you will be supported, not just by the divine, but the interesting part is you have been healing from where you didn't feel supported. You didn't feel understood. You weren't getting paid your worth. People were not lifting you up to the degree that you needed to be lifted. And not that you were asking for that necessarily, but it'd be nice to receive what you put out, right? You know how much you give. So I want you to know that the support that you are seeking actually comes from you serving, from you showing up. So show up. And I guarantee you, Spirit's going to meet you there with the right tribe, the right community, the right partner, the right people around you. But you need to put in your best foot forward first. Okay? And as I say that, I get leadership. You need to start. You need to control your own life. You need to do this your way so that others know how the fuck to treat you. Got it? All right. Let's see. I'm feeling Jesus. Let me grab a Jesus card. Let's give you some advice from Jesus or some support. That's what I'm hearing. Bam. Luke 12:32. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father. Notice we started with parents. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. So it is yours because you create it and because you asked for it. That is exactly why you're getting everything you deserve. So I know it's been a super long time, your entire lifetime coming, that things come together for you, but this is your time. This is your time now. And I'm going to say it's your time if you're putting in the work, the effort, and you're actually doing something to make this happen. These incredible, miraculous, stupendous, like fabulous things that happen don't just randomly happen to people and you can, oh, they're lucky and, you know, things just fell into their lap and they got the perfect partner. No, that's not how that shit happens. That shit happens because you show up, because you make things happen, because you start, and then the rest of the universe and spirit and human beings meet you there. But you have to show people how it's going to be. That's how you're going to get through this. So let go of the fear, as Jesus said, fear not. And you be in charge. You tend to the flock and everything will come together the way that you expect it to. And better than you realize. You're not doing this alone, despite starting alone. You're not going to continue doing this alone. This is when they're going to send someone to help you. And I'm just going to leave it at help because there's various different ways that help shows up. Taking care of the house, providing financial resources, giving you emotional support, doing some work that you maybe could have hired out that, you know, is easy to train, that you can take off of your plate so you can focus on your gift and what you're good at and what you need to do. So things like that, okay? I'm going to leave it there. If this resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thanks for hitting the little bell notification so you'll be notified the next time the videos pop up. And if you'd like a private reading, you can go to comfysoul.com. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. And I'll see you guys later. Okay? Bye.